scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics, and then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely things to hear on radio.
My piles are giving me so much bloody grief. No. You're listening to Smooth FM.
Things you wouldn't hear on a science documentary.
In our next experiment, we're going to prove that putting Dara O'Brien in a room full of young people still doesn't make science interesting.
I think we've got the points.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a TV detective show.
Inspector, has anyone ever said that you look an awful lot like David Jason from Only Fools and Horses? You're probably wondering why I've asked you all to gather here in the library. Sorry. Probably wondering why I've asked you to gather in the library. Well, we know now who's responsible for the killing. It's society, yeah? Yeah, you want to think about that,
Unlikely things to hear from a sports commentator.
Hello and welcome to Sky Sports, or if you're watching Sky Sports 3D, hello and welcome! And as the Derby winner is led out by his jockey, the sexual tension is almost unbearable.
Unlikely lines to hear in a kids' film.
Mary Poppins, I arrest you on suspicion of supercalifragilistic sex trafficking. Wow, Nanny McPhee, that was not the Big Bang I was expecting.
Things you wouldn't hear in a cookery show.
A lot of people recommend washing your hands after handling raw meat, but it's just as easy to let a dog lick them or to wipe them on a relative. So, if you want to give your bar snacks that genuine pub feeling, why not sprinkle them with urine? Next, the ginger pudding. Anthony Worrell Thompson, what are you going to be cooking for us tonight?
Unlikely lines from a horror film.
Is there anybody there? Can you hear me? Is there anybody there? This is the Christian O'Connell Breakfast Show. I ate his liver with some jelly beans and a nice ombongo. I'm afraid he's been bitten by George Michael. He's turned into a vampire.
OK, the next topic is commercials that never made it to air.
Have you got a wicked side? Then you're a prick. Cash for cash. Send us your cash in an envelope and we'll send it back, minus commission. At the Dogs Trust, we never put down a healthy dog. But the minute one coughs, it's in the Thames. Links. Come on, virgins, wash your cocks.
Unlikely things to read in the Bible.
And Noah said, if it carries on raining like this, we're going to have to eat the unicorns.
Unlikely things to hear in a makeover show.
We are going to give you back all your confidence and your dignity as soon as we hoover the fat out of your arse. Well, Ian wanted a Renaissance look, so I've just set fire to a Catholic and taken a shit out of the window.
Things you won't hear at the Olympics.
Well, that really was a spectacular day of weightlifting, but before we go, we've got time to just look over some of the most spectacular anal prolapses we've seen today. Victoria Pendleton cycling incredibly fast at the moment, desperate to try and get away from a horny Boris Johnson.
Unlikely things to read in a children's book.
This place is rubbish, said Edmund. Doesn't anybody have sex here? Oh, yes, said Aslan. What do you think the griffins are for?
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Well, do you know, I've completely forgotten when England won the World Cup. And as a mark of respect, the Great Britain water polo team will be wearing armbands. And the sumo wrestler grunts as his opponent enters the ring. Pretty sure that move's illegal.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Frosties, they're all right. Bekele has to walk for 5 miles every day for fresh water. That's why she ought to be thinking about the new Mazda. The DFS furniture sale is not currently on.
Unlikely things to hear in a school assembly.
There are 2 new girls in the school today, thanks to Louise in Year 9, who's just had twins. Congratulations to the first 11 who yesterday beat St Christopher's 37-0. St Christopher's is an intensive care unit, but nonetheless, well done.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Dignitas, it's not au revoir. Have you been injured whilst doing voluntary work? Well, it's your lookout, isn't it? Have you booked Joe Hart to advertise your product? Have you paid for advertising space until the end of the World Cup? Then you may be entitled to compensation.
Unlikely greeting cards.
Roses are red, violets are red, the greenhouse is red. I think I'm bleeding to death. That was a scrape. Congratulations on your circumcision. You've passed away. Please help me. I'm trapped inside a North Korean card factory. Also, Iron Man says happy 4th birthday.
Things you wouldn't hear on a science documentary.
Let the proton see the electron. Well, we could ask a proper scientist about this, or we could ask Dara O'Brien.
Things you wouldn't hear on a kids' TV show.
No, Lala, I'm afraid you're not Teletubby, you're Teleobese, and if you're not careful, you'll get telediabetes.
Well, things are hotting up in Balamory. Archie's been radicalised.
Well, Miss Hooley, I'm wondering if I'm going to be regretting this job in 14 years. Yodel delivery driver Pat. Yodel delivery driver Pat. He's thrown your parcel in a hedge. And just remember, your Blue Peter badge can get you in free at over 200 strip clubs and lap dancing establishments.
Unlikely things to hear at Euro 2016.
Oh, that is an absolutely shocking decision by the referee. Black shorts, black shirt. I'm sure the girls will agree with me. Way too matchy-matchy.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Well, he's really got on the end of that. He has hit that ball a long way, long way back into the crowd. That is dreadful snooker. Look at all these athletes in peak physical condition. If I could see just one of them naked, I would die happy.
Things you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
Goodness, said Elizabeth Bennet, returning to the drawing room. I'd leave that for 5. He felt so close to her, he didn't know where he ended and she began. Being a human centipede was the worst. Please stop doing that, he said, their bodies glistening. I've got a long drive to Wrexham in the morning and I need to be able to sit comfortably.
Unlikely small ads.
For sale, 400 jars of mayonnaise would suit the sort of person who's not that fussed by best before end dates. For sale, horse would make excellent pet. Or pate.
Unlikely things to hear on Crime Watch.
Good night, and remember, don't shave white bears. No, that's not it. Well, we hope that reconstruction jogged a few memories. If not, well, we've needlessly shot 4 more people.
Okay, the end of that round, the podium of Miles, Josh and Andy!